stepping up to leadership after hearing Darren Hardy deliver such an amazing presentation, the true influencers of influencers. It's also humbling for another reason. I left Summit this year looking for answers on how to become a better leader. And I found confirmation of what I was looking for in an article, and actually it was an interview that Darren Hardy did of the great John Maxwell. And so for a second, when Darren Hardy started speaking, I shrank. And I thought, oh my God, he's going to speak about everything that I'm going to speak about, and I only have 10 minutes. And he's going to do it 10 million times better. And I looked at my coach, and she knew because I had practiced that in the room with her, and she's like, oh. But then I thought, wait, no, I'm not going to just repeat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share what it was that I applied from that interview. It was a 5-minute interview that I heard in Success Magazine, and how applying those simple concepts has impacted my business in a huge way. And so that's what I want to share with you. And I have a stone in my hand that says give, in case I got nervous, and just to remind myself to give. And that was also a Darren Hardy concept. So, at Summit, I left with the feeling, and it just kept repeating in my mind, I want to be a better leader. I want to be a better leader. After seeing the different leaders at Summit, I said, I want to be better. What does great leadership look like? And that was a question that I had to ask myself, and one of the questions that Carl asked, I think it was this morning, how big is your dream? How big is your vision? And for me, what does it mean to be a great leader? I got 1 minute left? No. What does it mean to be a great leader? I want to grow our team, my team, exponentially. At Summit, Josh talked about his vision, a football field. I don't even know how many people fit in a football field of his coaches, in just a few years. I want to grow my team exponentially, but I want thousands of my coaches to have the kind of success that I'm having, to have the kind of success that they want to have, whatever that success is, whether it's making an extra $300 a month, or whether it's firing their boss so that they can stay home with their kids. It was at that moment that I realized, whoa, my vision is big, and I'm only one person. And this is why we have the little flowers. As one person, I can add to the team one by one by one. I can work individually, and of course this is applied to you. You can only add to the team one by one by one. You can only work, if you have 8,000 coaches in your organization or 800 coaches in your organization, you can't work individually with each of those coaches. I know that our vision might be different in the details, but we all want to grow exponentially. We all want this room to be much bigger with our people. In order to be able to do that, we need to, I'm going to borrow Darren Hardy's phrase, to influence the influencers. So for a long time, I thought that just breaking diamonds, helping people get to diamond was it. And so I sort of abandoned the people that got to diamond because I'm like, well, they're leaders. But I think that the next step for me, and this really came now, 5 years into my being a coach, was when I realized after Summit and after listening to Darren Hardy and John Maxwell, is that I have to develop leaders. Who are our influencers of influencers? There are diamond coaches and there are star diamond coaches. There was something that John Maxwell said in his interview that really resonated with me. And he said, if we go back to the previous slide, first he asked the question, do you want to add or do you want to compound? Do you want to grow exponentially? If you want to add, then keep doing things on your own, which I did for a really long time, and you probably have too. If you want to grow exponentially, then you need to develop your leaders. You need to pour your life into others. And I love that. I mean, Darren Hardy spoke about that. Just giving your heart, giving of yourself, just giving and being loving and caring about other people's vision. How do we get to the next slide? See it? Yay. So, if you want to just add, you can keep doing things on your own. But if you want to work with your leaders, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, I'm already so busy. How am I going to do this? Well, you need to delegate. I think a lot of us as overachievers, because remember Jeff said, we're not normal. We're the top whatever percent, We want to do everything ourselves because we think that we can do it best. But you have to let go and you have to delegate certain activities in your life so that you can focus on the things that you're amazing at, the things that will produce results in your organization. So one of the questions that I have for you is, what is it costing you not to delegate? I personally was on my hands and knees scrubbing my toilet when I had a report to do, I had a team meeting to prepare for, and a million other things that I needed to do, and I was scrubbing a toilet, and I thought, I should probably pay someone to help me clean the house. So, and I'm serious, because, Jason Diebold likes to say, don't be penny wise and dollar stupid. Here I was, not wanting to spend $85 on a housekeeper, but my time was worth, at the time, I don't know, $200, $300 an hour. So figure out, what would you be able to do if you hired, for example, a babysitter for 4 hours a week? If you paid someone $12 an hour to do your groceries? What could you do with those 4 hours? How would your business grow? Don't be penny wise, dollar stupid. And then, really quickly, reassess what can be delegated. I hired a personal assistant last year. My business has grown so much in the past year. So then, just a month ago, I had to reassess, okay, what else can I delegate? Because I want to start working more with my leaders. And so I hired another type of assistant to help me sort out my email. And that has created more time in which I can concentrate on the activities that are going to move my business forward. Let's talk about developing leaders. And I have 2 minutes and 50 seconds. We can do this. We've talked a lot about what our role is as leaders. Our role is to model. We've been talking about that, to empower, to mentor, and to share that vision. When I heard Josh say, in front of our team, I see a football stadium. I got goosebumps right now. I see a football stadium of our coaches. I got goosebumps like I did right now. He shared that vision. There were hundreds of people in that room. They adopted that vision. I adopted that vision. So I think that's one of the most powerful things that we can do is to share our vision, but then also to empower people, to encourage them. This morning I received a message from one of my coaches. He said, thank you for telling me that you're proud of me. My personality type needs that, and I needed that. I mentor people through text message, and sometimes I'm harsh. Leah, you're in here somewhere. You said, I was looking through some of my old text messages, and one of them said, get to 5-star, hurry up. And she said, that sounds like an order. Okay, she just turned 5-star yesterday on Thursday, so yay! 1 minute, 35 seconds. Believe that you have something to share. One thing that I've realized in working with the leaders on my team is that you sometimes doubt that you have something to share because you might be a 2-star. And you know what? A lot of us are insecure. I mean, I'm like, I don't know if you see me up front, like my legs are shaking because I'm nervous. But that's totally normal. You have something to share, and believe that. How do you know you have something to share? That your coaches are not here. You know something that they don't know, and it's your duty, it's your responsibility to share that knowledge. Be authentic and transparent. I think I tried to exemplify that. I'm telling you that I was nervous, that I was shaking, that I was worried that Darren Hardy would steal the entire spotlight, that I had nothing to contribute. That when you show that you're human, that you're vulnerable, people will see that they can achieve what you've achieved. If you present yourself as someone that is perfect and flawless, you're giving the message that they can never achieve what you've achieved. So don't be afraid to be human. And you guys in this room, so many of you have shown me that, and that's been amazing. Finally, create multiple avenues of communication. My biggest discovery on how to mentor my coaches, it's not the telephone, it's not email, it's text messaging. Amazing. In the middle of doing something, I'm like, hey, how's that? 5-star going, Leah, you know? And then I get a whole report of how she's doing. 4 seconds. Text messaging and create a diamond line on Facebook. With that, that's all, you guys. I mean, I hope that I shared some valuable input, insight, and next year, let's triple, quadruple this room with our leaders.